time. Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups. Don't let Max's age fool you.
Elder Maxon.
I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading, according to our scribes. The moment this information came to light, the Institute, and to accomplish this goal, I've had our scribes meticulously. The only logical explanation. That's where we need your help.
Well, guess what? This is your lucky day. I have a way inside.
The method is useless without the means to make it work. Perhaps we should pool our resources to achieve our common goal. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Attention. Halbert pilot to Station Epsilon. Halbert pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Captain Cade take a look at that entry. Carry food with you, and you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to survive. My list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? Alright, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter called the Molecular Relay? Take a look.
Molecular... what? No. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Well, you definitely know your stuff.
Damn right I do. It's difficult to make out all the details here. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal.
I'm glad you can make sense of it.
I haven't made sense of it. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal into...
Proctor.
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes. I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on. Here's a list of it. Now, I know some of that might...
Looks good, Ingram.
I wish I had your... Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important.
Right.
If you need any help, I'll be over at the build site making some adjustments. I'd wish you good luck, Knight.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to... That being said, when we throw that switch, God willing, you'll end up...
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm...
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes. Securing useful resources during... That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
She was a valuable resource. It was a mistake to let her leave.
Agreed. I wish our predecessors would have had your foresight. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want... If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her there's a special project we're working.
Right. What's this project?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of... We'd like her to continue where she left. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the... Just keep your mind on the mission. Good luck.
Checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform. Pull yourself together and get up onto that platform. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
No use.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Oh, goddamn them. So many years stolen.
Who are you?
Come on, Sean. We need to go.
Father, what's going on?
We're leaving this place.
What's going on?
Uh-huh. Sean, open the door.
I don't...
Sean, please.
Father?
Uh-huh.
Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not... He's a prototype. Please, let's start...
I could kill you.
Yes.
I want answers.
Under the circumstances. But I need you to... You have traveled. It's good to finally...
Sure.
I am.
Bullshit.
Is it? In the vault. You had... But then you learned that your son was... Is it really so hard? And here I am. right, wrong. At that time, scientific. So they followed the...
Yeah, you lost me.
You don't see the Institute. Plenty of that, even in their... But then I was exact. I am their father. I know.
What's going on here?
Please try and keep an open...
I could kill you.
Yes.
I want...
But I need you. It's high.
Bullshit.
Is it? In the... But then you learn... Is it...
Whatever. They stole...
Right. At that scientific... So they found...
I think I see where this is going.
The Institute... Plenty of that was available, even in their attempt. But I was exact...
60 years.
I
don't want to hear any more right now.
Very well. The Institute is on... I've been a part. And now...
Maybe.
I know. And I am... The Institute can provide... You've been in the Commonwealth.
Things are pretty terrible.
I've seen it, and it's a lot. We really... Will you take...
Sure. All right.
Thank you. The Institute... You want to... And finally...
Almost done.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hey, Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. It's really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do. Well, that was productive.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed...
Father may... If you plan to stay down here...
Easy.
About what? You're obviously here for...
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade.
I'm only here with good intention.
You're giving me your word? Even though we just... Since Father... I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave.
Are you happy here?
You'd think, being surrounded by cutting-edge... Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. They seem to have everything under...
The Brotherhood is having problems.
I don't see how that's my problem. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me.
He trusts you because you're family.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secret. Sometimes I feel... But still...
Your work...
You really know how to push my... You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent... Yet we hide down here and insulate. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Tell whoever sent you that they've... Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, I've been told to you're to be given full...
Thank you. I'm sure.
Given that in case the... If nothing else, it should demonstrate...
Sure.
Speaking of...
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project.
He's definitely impressed.
Yes. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. But I'll admit I'm curious. Do you think you could love him?
I don't need a synth.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expect. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help.
Sean.
Perhaps someday our synths can reclaim the Commonwealth.
Courser's giving me the creeps.
You have time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young
Excuse
Wally
me,
must be
Doctor.
close to 10 years
Welcome.
old by now.
So good to have you here.
Remarkable that
Dr. Clayton
Holdren
Holdren,
survived for so
head
long
of the
up there, don't you
I
think?
can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'm sure it's fascinating, but that's not why I'm here.
Of course. Before you go, at least let me give you a as the name implies, our most important direct. To that end, we've even started to explore. You probably saw the gorillas. They're real.
Sounds like a waste of time to me. You should create something more useful.
It's just my opinion, of course, but I don't believe that every discovery needs to be useful. Sometimes, I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask.
I doubt it. I just don't think I'd fit in.
It's a big decision, I know, but it's also a rare and important opportunity. In any case,
I'm good for now, thanks.
Take care then.
Scanning. Subject identified.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
Greetings, sir.
Doctor.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
Glad you made it.
We're all looking forward to working.
Targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Constant vigilance is vital in preventing synth escapes.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father,
I'm sure you understand.
No problems here.
Good to hear.
Right.
Now, Father has asked, our primary responsibility is...
I'm sure it's best for everyone.
Certainly.
Sure.
The results could be... Our main coursers, they are highly... But I gather, in fact...
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so. Now, unless you...
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Fresh hit just north of the ironworks.
Tell me we've got a unit out that way.
Right now, just X-271.
Set him loose then.
Operating at full capacity.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie. Allie, when Father told us, if you don't mind my asking...
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, as you might guess, we maintain and up... There's a lot of machinery, the work we do. So, now that you're here and you...
Right. I'm not on board with any.
No? And yet here you are, poking around. If you're not planning on staying, I'd recommend keeping your hands to yourself. Wouldn't want to give the impression you're...
Sure.
And consider having another talk with Sean. He really is anxious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then.
All systems nominal.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand.
If you expect me to be impressed by a lot...
I see. It's not just about the gizmos, as you say. Ultimately, all are unfortunate, as remarkable, the superior synth mind.
Sure. If they're so dangerous, you should...
There is no need for us, as you will soon. A rogue synth. His memories have been erased. Under his leadership, I've dispatched...
It might not want it.
That would be a terror, if at all possible. Now you should get moving.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried.
I have confidence in everything. Speaking of technology, I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case. Before we jump to conclusions, I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted. After that, we'll have... In the meantime, good luck, Knight.
You got a new assignment.
Yeah,
Babysitting really swag. Prestigious.
beats guard duty. Why? Damn barrels.
Sir.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I think she's confused right now.
No matter. Given the proper motivation, I'm certain as soon as Dr. Lee arrives...
Right.
She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade. Now, thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has... Once again, Knight.
Sure.
Sneaking on a death clock without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
Can't talk right now. If Kells catches me chatting instead of working, I'll be cleaning the latrines. Again.
Dr. Ingram.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. For now, the fewer... Come on. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Fortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem.
I wish I had, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some...
Sure.
The first problem is his CPU.
I assume you can fix it?
I wish it was that... If this happened to one of the robots on the Prydwen, I'd just swap out its fusion pile. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brother. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over... I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on it. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system...
Attention! This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation.
Nothing to report right now.
Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to
If you're here to
inquiry
talk
and
me into
punishment.
working on Liberty Prime...
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept...
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her... It's going to take a hell of a lot of work.
Paladin Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold.
I'm looking for some firepower.
That's...
has something to do with our mission?
You know those synths with the plastic face? Need the heck out. I don't know about Sprite Mariah. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
Hey.
Ready.
Paladin dance.
Inquiring about anything in particular?
Didn't have anything.
Not a...
Uh-huh. Hey.
Go ahead.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum. Can be fatal.
Knight.
Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the Capital Wasteland.
Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than.
Sure.
In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his.
Makes sense. You'll need some powerful electromagnets to get his arms and legs moving.
That's exactly right. Well, you're full of. What we need you to do is build the.
Even if you know what the actuators are, you still need to know. These are the plans and the material.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw material. The only thing we need you to head out and find, according to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need.
Right.
Once you start building the act, good luck.
Building something?
Proctor Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems, his eye laser and his nuke pack. The eye laser can target a hostile from hundreds of yards out and take it down with pinpoint accuracy. His nukes are modified Mark 28 nuclear bombs. They used to drop the things from bombers during the war. Just one of the nukes is equivalent to about 3 or 4 Fat Man shells. Basically, whatever it hits isn't getting up again. His eye laser is almost ready to go, but without nukes to load into his pack, he's fighting at less than half his capability.
Shouldn't be a problem.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's Air Force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble. But since we arrived, our
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Uh-huh.
Can I build the nukes like I built the actuators?
I could build you 1,000 nuke casings, right now, but we've got nothing to put inside them. The Mark 28s have a specialized nuclear payload that requires the correct balance of fissile materials in order for them to detonate properly. In other words, I'd love to mix you a cocktail, but I'm all out of liquor. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located...
Oh no, not again.
Yep. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there, hopefully, by the... Good luck, Knight.
Rearming Prime with nukes should get him back to full fighting potential.
Good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
What about those feral ghouls?
With a vertibird at our disposal? Not a chance. Anyway, I know you don't have... I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need. We've rigged up this distress... When you find the bombs, after that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram.
Doesn't sound...
Ah, no. Look, if you don't, good luck, Knight.
I can't believe superbullets were humanoids. How could science have gone so wrong?
your command. Negative visual on the target.
is it? Password only. Excuse me.
State your purpose, stranger.
I'm looking for some bombs.
You trivialize that which resides here. This place is holy. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the great. You will meet Atom in time, brother.
Surprise contact. Engaging. Threat eliminated.
Anything useful?
Heads up.
All right.
Over here.
No problem.
Paladin.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertibirds arrive.
Don't bother. I'm sure they'll be fine.
I don't have a choice. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't afford to lose this stockpile. Dismissed, Knight.
Proctor Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we haven't... Once I get that... Before you head... I came up with this little...
This wasn't necessary, Ingram.
Come on. You earned the damn thing. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Look, I'm really busy, and I'm not in the mood for talk.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not
not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Is Quinlan absolutely...
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL, disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've achieved, why would I jeopardize my position here?
You make... Which means I've decided to take you at your... However, that doesn't... Dance is a synth. He represents... Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future. Which... I'm ordering you to hunt...
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dan... But if we're to remain strong, we find Proctor Quinlan. He's been... And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't... You're dismissed.
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports. As you're well aware, I think our best approach... You may want to get...
What the hell is this crap?
I assume your outburst...
So he sets Dance up?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, that can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
I don't have time to discuss it right now.
Why? In too much of a rush. I can't believe that after everything Paladin... There's obviously been a mistake.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
At this point?
Very good, sir.
Proceed, Knight.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Well, if it isn't the man who...
Scribe Halen?
So, are you ready to take on your first assignment? Good, you're back. Are you ready to take on your first assignment?
No, I need more time.
That's all right. Grab whatever you need and check.
I'd gladly lay down
Halen?
my life.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided.
Well, I've known Paladin Dance ever since. He trained me, showed me the rope. He's earned my...
Right.
I don't care what Quinlan's report said.
That's a bold statement.
It's more than just... Dance is the most... That's why I'm asking. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost.
All right.
That's all that I'll just have... Before the... It was listening post Bravo. An old pre-war U.S. military... It's isolated. And we're the only... Just... be careful. You're an inspiration to us.
Dr. Lee's arrived. I'm certain she'll be vital to the Brotherhood's success.
Dictionary database. Entry. Democracy. A form of government in which the leader is chosen by vote, and everyone has equal rights.
Yes.
Going down. Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
Target acquired.
Intruder, hostile target identified.
Democracy is non-negotiable.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me.
Sure.
Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders?
No.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I wish Maxon had sent, but that doesn't change a thing. If you disobey your order, synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way...
The moment I learned the truth, I knew I'm a soldier. Once I got here, and I had some time, I should have stayed on the Prydwen. And like I said, I need to be the example.
The empathy that you're showing me?
I appreciate what you're trying to do. I'm ready to accept. Maxon's ordered you to execute.
No.
I can't believe you'd risk. Why would you do that?
Right. I've already lost my family.
You're right. How could I have been so? I should consider how my... Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes.
Whatever you decide to do.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on.
going up. Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Dance wants to save mankind.
You're as delusional. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong. Whatever you decide.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I...
After all the sacrifices I've made.
Very well. I'm listening.
If Dance dies, then you lose me as well. I can't stay in good conscience if his life means that little to you.
Unbelievable. You'd be willing to sacrifice your career for the sake of a machine? So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Hey there.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxim.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest. Besides, you're still gonna... Now, you better... If you ever need me...
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. You're making the Brotherhood proud. You're one hell of a soldier. You're one hell of a soldier. You're making the Brotherhood proud.
Hi.
You're one hell of a soldier.
Going down.
You're making the Brotherhood proud.
Going up. Ground floor.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance has executed that traitor. Held quite his quarters and all his... Congratulations.
I won't disappoint you.
Had I even a... Just be... I trust in any event. While the finishing touch, report to him immediately for your next ad Victorium, pal.
Proximity sensors.
Attention. Halbert Pilot to Station Epsilon. Halbert Pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
Your promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
Nothing to report right now, Paladin. You gave those beauties at Fort Strong something to think about. With your reconnoiter of the Institute complete, we finally have first-hand knowledge of this facility.
Taking down Paladin Dance.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
Keep your hands away from the burglar property, unless you want them sliced right off.
Attention all Brotherhood soldiers. If you have not yet received your Squire mentorship assignment, please come see me on the bridge. Repeat, if you have not received your mentorship assignment, please report to the bridge. That is all.
Shame we lost Paladin Dance. He was one of the best.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
Heads up.
Where do you want me? Got anything interesting for me today?
Look alive. Wait there.
Rod. All right.
Come on.
Oh.
Excuse me, Paladin Dance.
Is something amiss?
That's all for now.
Not a problem.
Look alive.
Need something? I'd like to help, but you're asking the impossible. That's what I call locked and loaded. Feel like trading some equipment? If you have a moment, I have something personal.
Sounds important.
It is important, but...
Uh-huh. Take it easy, Dance.
I don't know if I've spent my entire... But since... For the first time since that, and it scares the heck.
It's impossible to plan your life.
Yet you've been able to... Don't you understand? In the span of a few hours, at least what you had was something tangible.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife. Those sons of bitches who created me couldn't even... I don't even know how much of my...
Right.
I started out as nothing.
Uh-huh. I'm truly sorry, Dance.
I appreciate that. As my life's starting over, which includes something important. I don't know if it's friendship or an anomaly in my programming.
Uh-huh.
But whatever it is.
As far as I'm concerned.
And I'll do everything. Look, in fact, if our roles have been reversed, whatever the case may be, if you need me,
Going up. Ground floor.
You willing to do some work?
can't help right now.
It's a free...
Hey, June. You hanging in there?
Oh, well, I guess so. Every day I get up and tell myself...
You willing to do some work?
Today.
I can't help right now.
Accessing dictionary database. Entry: communism. A form of government in which the state controls everything, and people are denied freedom.
Feeling creative today?
principles to be self-evident, that all Americans are created equal and are endowed with certain unalienable rights.
Good work. Don't leave anything behind.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you...
Just, there's a work.
Right. Hey.
What do you want?
Dance?
I trust that everything's okay?
Dance. I think it's time for you to leave.
Very well. Just keep your gun loaded and watch your back out there.
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep. Well,
I'm on it. Clean water.
I feel better already. Knowing we have a... if we're gonna...
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Uh-huh. Hey, Sturgis.
This place is starting to feel like home. Now, trouble. Well, we need...
Mm-hmm. I'm on it.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long road.
I was glad to help.
Well, of course, window.
Think straight. Good pickings.
Looks like Liberty Prime's come.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended. Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. That is all.